let's talk about email pop-ups and what most merchants get completely wrong about email pop-ups so that you can avoid those mistakes and get your pop-up subscription rates through the roof. So you are in a situation where you're running ads to your store and it's tough to get people to convert on the very first visit. So what do? Well, you do some kind of a lead magnet or intermediary offer to get them to have that middle touch point between them landing on the store and them purchasing. However, what should that middle touch point be? How should you go about it? Well, if you are like most merchants, you do some kind of a quick solution. You perhaps copy others and latch out a generic 10-15% discount offer on to your pop-up and then trigger it in some kind of a 15 seconds way. And off you go. You forget about it because now that you're cookied into your own store, you never see that pop-up again, although all of your first-time visitors will still see that. And then you're wondering why people aren't buying, why your email list isn't growing, etc. Well, if you think about the situation, you basically are setting yourself to a situation where you cannot win because people are seeing an offer that they're not ready for and they're seeing it too early. So even if they're curious about your product line, your specific products, they haven't learned enough to make a decision to commit to that offer. Say, if you subscribe to an email list, most people are a little bit hesitant, getting more spam, etc. In exchange of what? And if the in exchange of what question, and the answer to that is 10% off from something that you don't necessarily want to purchase anyway, then it's not going to be powerful. One of the reasons why getting pop-ups right is so hard is that it appears to be simple. However, getting the pop-up to really crush it is hard specifically because you have to think and you have to test. And thinking often includes creating, say, a lead magnet instead of the generic offer, or creating a raffle, something a bit more creative than your typical 10% off that you can do from a Shopify backend in 3 minutes. However, something being easy is not necessarily a good thing because easy by definition cannot be a competitive advantage. If you are doing the easy thing, that is something that everyone else can do as well. And as a result, you end up in this bloody ocean of competition where people are just eating each other. So we don't want to get into a situation where we have the blind following the blind and often being led by some supposed expert from years ago that had this idea in the course and then saw their email revenue go up because of this, because of course this is now attributed to email because you're basically giving away your margin. Instead, we need to see pop-ups as these strategic conversion tools that we can use as needed, and we can specifically customize it for many different situations so that they work better according to the page and user specific situation. And because they are timed well and they are well thought of, you will, instead of having this interruption with something you don't want, you will have a well-timed offer with something that is relevant to you. And as a result, a lot less frustrating and way more likely to get subscriptions. This is something that allows you to eat your competitors' lunch because they will be still stuck in that 10-15% discount mentality where they will just have this generic pop-up and it's nothing special at all. That will not build a relationship and it will be just a super bland. The key to this optimization is understanding the buyer's situation and what they might be interested in. Say if they are on page X, you would have a lead magnet targeting that page X. And it's important to also think of these buyers as always being maybe buyers. If someone's definitely buying, then the pop-up won't make a difference. Or if someone's definitely not buying, it won't matter. However, there's that large middle of buyers who might be interested and might be persuaded either to purchase or to not purchase. By the way, not purchasing is the default behavior. So often you'd be looking to make it into this one, and it's fine to polarize. So optimizing for these maybe customers, the hesitant buyers, you can then think of what kind of lead magnet you would go for. And you can also think about that from the perspective that just a 10% discount probably won't do it. So remember that in marketing, to get the sale, it often takes multiple touch points. How can you use your pop-up as one of the touch points along the journey? And if that jump between points becomes too long, then the customer will fall away from the funnel. However, you can have that little middle step there that can be the pop-up, and you can have that pop-up be subscribed to, then you have the optionality to take those touch points via email, which builds this bridge between the subscription to the purchase, and that bridge being a lot clearer and stronger than with them just seeing, say, Facebook ads with remarketing. So in summary, pop-ups fail for two reasons. It's the wrong timing, and most often it's the wrong offer. If you have your timing wrong, you just disrupt people while they're on a mission. And the knee-jerk reaction, the automatic behavior, is to close it because you were trying to do something else, aka read or look at the page, etc. And then the wrong offer. If you have a situation where, say, you load a front page and you instantly get the 10-15% off, then you don't even know which product you use it for, and you probably think that the offer will be there again. So it's just a disruption. You don't want either of those things. So in the next video, we will be covering our strategic pop-up framework that we've used with over 200 merchants at GrowGurus to optimize their pop-ups so that we can build this bridge toward the first visit all the way to the conversion. If you like this video, like it on YouTube too. Subscribe to the channel. And if you are a merchant getting at least 50,000 visitors monthly, we are interested in working together, and you can find our contact information in the description below. Just click on the link to get in touch, and let's explore if we can help you crush it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.